Previously on Return to Shironagasu Island. Really? Is that true? So, Alex is that little brat who messed with me back then. I see. So I finally found you. Haven't I? Alex. Yes. I'm Alex. Hi. What's up? No, I mean, is anything the matter? Beheading, getting beaten to death, stabbing, knee-hauling, being thrown from a high building, poisoning, strangling, shooting, burning, getting shot from a cannon, 1,000 paper cuts. Pick 3, please. All this over getting spooked on the John. Like, for fuck's sake. Hang on. Is this about what happened on that tropical island? Did that also happen to you? It made you promise not to tell anyone. Am I right? The weather is nice today. I'm trying to wrap my brain around this, but guessing from your tone, I'll take that as a yes. I see. Since you don't know that what you're allowed to tell me, you're playing it safe. Nice weather. This stuff is above my pay grade. Can't you talk to a monk over there? I'm just talking to myself. This doesn't mean anything, okay? The monks around here, they're all perverts. I don't trust them. Ikeda. All right. Let me see what I can do. There's someone in my address book who may be able to help. Wait. Someone just knocked on the toilet door. There shouldn't be anyone else in my office, though, right now. Bad weather? Why didn't you save me? I'm suffering. Answer me. Ikeda! What's happening? What's going on? Ikeda! It's so dark here. So cold. The pain. Save me? Here we go. Akira. Is that you? Stay away from us! You monster! Stay away! Ah! Ah! Egg! Help! Help! Stay away! Huh? What's this all of a sudden? I only brought you girls a nice mirror. What's with all the screaming? Ikeda! You idiot! There's something inside the mirror! There's a monster inside it! Ikeda, quick! Throw it away! Far from here! Do it now! Is there something inside the mirror? Hey. I can see a creature with pale skin inside it. I don't think it's painted onto the mirror. Strange. It gnarls whenever I look at it. Ikeda, what are you doing? Drop that mirror right now! Drop it! Ugh. Trying to, but I can't seem to loosen my grip. Holding the mirror with both hands, I smashed into 1,000 pieces on my knee. I quickly tossed the broken mirror into the campfire. I can hear the agonizing scream of a monster in the campfire. It just sounds like my dog every time it wakes up in the morning. You mess with the wrong person, you mirror monster. A childhood friend of mine became a monk when he grew up. I bet you didn't know that. Hasta la vista, baby. What? 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 What just happened? Did you defeat that monster? Apparently. But what does the fact that your friend became a monk have to do with anything with you? Honestly, I don't know what to say right now. No, this is not what it looks like. There's something very strange going on. Our memories are being altered, and our actions are being looped. What does it say on my belly? Run? Aliens? Next to boat? I have a really bad feeling about this. What could this mean? Seriously, my head is spinning. Would you mind covering up? If you want to expose yourself to others, maybe you should wait until we're off this island. Why are you doing that? Does it excite you? Sheesh! Too far gone. There's nothing I can do for them. Ikeda, please tell me you realize that something strange is happening. Eek! You idiot! Didn't I tell you not to shout? Keep your voice down. What is that thing? It's writing on your belly. The writing on your belly mentioned aliens, so I guess that means it really is an alien. What the hell is it doing? It looks like it's pointing to some device at Akira and Alex. It emits a light that shines onto the girls. Eek! That device is probably altering their memories. That's what's been wiping our minds. Actually, I think there was one of those devices near the campfire that activated from time to time. I wasn't completely sure until I saw this. So aliens are real. They look so eerie. Do all aliens look like that? I've never actually seen an alien before, so who knows? It looks like some kind of weird shrimp, like Anomalocaris. Yuck. What could have made them evolve into that shape? Yeah. Dear God, the shrimp are rising! Well, now that we've discovered their spaceship, time for some mischief. When I'm done with them, all that'll be left is shrimp salad. Don't tell me you're really going to board it. That's too scary. I don't think you should. It'll be game over if there's an anti-intruder system. We can't just stand here and do nothing either. Now's the time to take action. This is a new level of scary. Why do these crazy things keep happening to me? I really must be a super bad luck magnet. Yeah? Glad you finally acknowledged that. Stop your whining, will you? Looks like a ramp in some kind of entrance. And you left it open. That's pretty careless of them. I guess aliens are just as stupid as we are. Come on, let's go inside. I light the flare I took from the lifeboat and throw it onto the spaceship. It lands nicely on the roof of the spaceship with my parabolic throw. Reacting to the flare, the spaceship starts to flutter and ascends. It appears that they discovered us, but the spaceship moves very strangely. It looks like the sea cucumber is doing a great job in there. That poor little cucumber. Ah! In a flash, the spaceship flies up and explodes. The sky lights up. It takes several seconds for the sound of the explosion to reach us. The impact of the explosion is so strong that we can hear it all the way down here. Huh. Looks like it worked. Like messed up fireworks. I feel sorry for that sea cucumber. I'll have some sea cucumber vinegar with my next meal in its memory. So, this is probably the memory wiping device. We should get rid of it before it causes any more trouble. There's a fire right there. I'll throw it away. Huh. Wait just a minute. This device might be quite useful for me. I'm not letting you alter my memories for your benefit, Missy. I'll take it home with me. Hey, What are you saying? You can't take something home that you don't even know how to use. That'd be asking for trouble. You don't understand, Ikeda. Each day I'm suffering because I can't forget things. If I can erase some bad memories, I might be able to become happy. I can only imagine you erasing your entire mind by accident, or abusing a device for malicious purposes. What are you talking about? That's nonsense. I'll be careful. I'll handle anything with care. Please. Give it to me, Ikeda. Hey! You idiot! Stop that! Ugh. Hang on. It feels as if something very important just happened. My mind just went blank. Huh? What are you talking about? Anyway, it was Neneko's turn, right? Me? Haven't I ever told you my scary story? About brains and vats? Brains and vats? Huh. Does that have anything to do with... Ikeda? Were you even paying attention? Did you dream while we were taking a nap? Dreaming? Was I dreaming? So I guess Neneko's story is over already? I don't know, but I'm kind of spacing out. Now that you mention it, I'm also unsure if she told it or not. So I guess it's Ikeda's turn last. Hurry up and tell us a scary story. And now the conclusion. Greetings, my name is Neosekken and welcome back to my Let's Play of Return to Shironagasu Island. So, a little quick heads up before we get started. I'm still feeling a bit under the weather, so if I end up coughing a bit throughout the whole video, that's pretty much the reason why. My throat still feels a bit irritated. If I go into a straight up coughing fit, I'll try to mute my mic real quick so I don't bother you guys with that, but I don't know if that's likely to happen at this point. I am getting better, but not completely out of the woods yet. All that being said, I believe we still have Ikeda's little campfire story left to go through. Considering everything that happened in the last episode, I'm quite curious to see how things are going to play out. What are we going to get with you, I wonder, Mr. Goose Detective? An Eldritch Horror? The Polish Cavalry? Let me see. Kihei Ito and his granddaughter Ume went to Senzoji Temple in Asakusa. Isn't that the plot of the Japanese horror movie The Ghost of Yotsuya? I want to hear something I don't already know. Neneko, I thought you didn't like spooky stories. I didn't know you liked watching horror movies in your own spare time. I'm sensing something contradictory here, Missy. Do you like scary stories or don't you? Every person has a dark side. That's because... Isn't that from Fear of Manju? Come on, at least let him finish. And that's a Japanese Rakugo story, not a scary story. How would I know? Let him tell it here, and I'll be the judge of that. Come on, Ikeda, are you kidding me? Wah! You can't do that! So unfair! Calm down already. Do you know only existing Japanese scary stories, Ikeda? Neneko knows all those stories already. Boring. We've all been talking about our traumas. Ikeda is the only one telling stories that already exist. Alright, who farted? I'm just joking. Sounds to me like the fun's over, ladies, because I believe I just heard a boat horn. Huh? Was that? A horn? A foghorn? There's a ship nearby. That's wonderful. Let's go to the shoreline and ask them to save us. Darn. Are people from the town out fishing? But if the girls find out the truth, it would spoil all the fun. Wait, everyone. Don't move. It's a trap. What are you talking about, Ikeda? It's the foghorn of a ship. We need to go there so they can rescue us. No. The sound is different. It's not a good sound. It's a terrifying sound. Now is the perfect time for me to tell you my story. You see, I was expecting to hear that sound, because it is what my story is about. What? What? What do you mean, Ikeda? Think carefully. What did that foghorn sound like? It wasn't the foghorn of a big ship. It sounded higher in pitch, right? More like the whistle of a small boat. Isn't that strange? What are you talking about? What's so strange about that? Don't forget that we're on a desert island in the middle of the ocean. Small boats can't come all the way here. So, why did we hear such a small whistle? You've experienced many strange things, so you should realize that when something isn't quite right. Hick! Are you saying this is a ghost? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Let me tell you my story. An old friend told me this story. My friend is a fisherman. One day, fisherman followed some shipjack tuna into the deep ocean when the engine of his boat died. For some reason, the radio couldn't find any signal, so their ship just drifted about. After he drifted for several days, he finally found an island. None of the fishermen even knew about this island. It was a solitary island in an area where they managed to berth at the island and decide to wait there for help. Is that where supposed to just end like that? Or is that supposed to just be like a comma or a pause? It kind of feels like this sentence just cuts off for some reason. Fortunately, they had plenty of food and water, so they waited there. They figured that help would come eventually. And indeed, after some time, something did come. That day, a thick fog covered the island. As he was walking along the coastline, he heard a whistle in the distance. The man thought that the ship was approaching and ran to the shore. If there was a ship nearby, we would be rescued, he thought. As he squinted, he was able to see a vague figure. What he saw stopped him from shouting. In the fog, he saw the strange silhouette of a man on a ship who was waving. Is someone there? Answer me if you can hear me! The shadowy figure kept shouting. The fisherman thought that the fog was playing tricks on his eyes, and he was about to answer the shadowy figure. Then, don't answer it! That's a Triton! If you answer it, it'll spirit you away! An elderly fisherman had suddenly appeared and stopped the man from opening his mouth. The silhouette continued to shout for a while. Eventually, it sounded its terrifying whistle and disappeared. After the Triton left, The man looked down at his feet and was in shock. Countless vines of seaweed had entangled his legs, and he couldn't move. The fisherman hadn't even noticed. If he had answered the Triton, what would have happened? The man shuddered. That's my scary story. The Triton. I heard that anyone who calls out to a Triton will drown shortly afterwards. Even if they stay away from the sea, they will drown somewhere, somehow. Maybe in the sea, maybe in the bathtub. So, don't answer when you hear his whistle. Considering all the weird things that have happened to us, that doesn't even sound that strange. That's a Triton. Definitely a Triton. Darn. Why is that boat still there? Go away already, boat. Maybe if you ask nicely it will. Huh. Maybe it's a Triton. Or maybe it's just the whistle of a ship that is really passing by. I'll take my chances. Akira! Don't go! Stay here! Darn. Akira, horrible things will happen if you go there. Never answer a Triton's whistle. Come on, girls, we have to stop Akira. Alright. We have to hurry. Oh, shit. I guess the fun really is now coming to an end. Wah! A boat! I mean, it's a Triton! Akira is about to call it. We have to stop her. Hey! Over here! Please, help! Wah! We're too late! We're too late. Darn. When the girls don't pay me any attention, I wave at the boat. Very languidly. Looks like the boat has noticed me, and it whistles again. I can see the man on the boat, waving at us. The ship then disappears into the open waters. Why? He should have noticed me. Why didn't he come to help us? Why? That was really strange. He waved at us, sounded the whistle, and then just left. Ha! The fishermen obviously thought we were just camping here, right next to the town. With the town so close by, you would never have thought that we needed to be rescued. That definitely was a Triton. I agree. That was a Triton. Oh no. Akira, you called it. Good grief. What have you done? Huh? Was that really a Triton? I called out to it. What should I do? Am I going to drown? Ikeda! Is there any way to save me? Please, tell me! Unfortunately, I have no idea. I'm sorry. Because it's a story I literally just made up. No way. What should I do? Let's go back to the hut and think about what we should do. We're way too close to the water right now. Heck! That's right. I just stay away from the water as much as possible. I wonder if there's any way to save Akira. The world may never know. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? I answered it. I answered it. I answered it. This just keeps getting funnier. In any case, I have to keep up this charade. If they find out the truth now, they'll definitely kill me. Kill you how? There's skin and bones, and you're apparently more fit. You're apparently fit enough to withstand a beating from a literal superhuman. What the hell are these three gonna do to you? I had to come up with a way to save her. If I remember correctly, the elderly fisherman told my friend a way to lift the Triton's curse. If you chant, Triton, come ashore, over and over, you'll be able to lift it. Because Tritons are sea creatures, they're unable to come ashore. So, by inviting it ashore, you can make it go away. Anyway, this is what I heard. I'm not sure if it's true or not. Really? Triton, come ashore! 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 I know you're scared, but it looks like now you're really traumatized. How many traumas does Akira now have? I probably wager at least 20. Come to think of it, toilets also have water in them. So does that now count as a double trauma? I didn't call Triton, right? Feeling a bit anxious now. Should I chant as well? You gotta do what you gotta do. Looks like the sun will rise soon. We should sleep a bit before then. You're right. So much has happened today. It makes me feel sick. I just want to sleep. You're right. We should sleep and think about our next move after we've regained our strength. You should rest as well, Akira. Trying to come ashore. Trying to come ashore. Oh dear, she's definitely lost it. Akira. Earth to Akira. At least lie down and rest. That'll help you calm down. I'm going to catch some Z's. Sheesh. It's been quite a day. Too many things have happened. Trying to come ashore. I think you broke her, Akira. Akira, you're making me worried. I really hope her curse can't be transmitted to us as well. Nah, probably not. Now let's get some rest. Good night. Trying to come ashore, trying to come ashore, kind of trying Sheesh. I know I caused this, but I wish you'd shut up. Careful what you wish for. You might get it. I still feel tired. I couldn't get much sleep. Akira kept chanting like a lunatic all night. Me neither. If she keeps this up, she might even drive us insane. Triton, come ashore. Try ashore. Come ashore. Come. Jeez. Does she have a brain injury? I hope it isn't lethal. Akira, don't worry. Yesterday was just a misunderstanding. Probably. Hey! Isn't that the Triton? No! Please go away! The Triton has come for me. I have to go with it. Wah! What are you doing? Quickly! We have to stop her! Holy cow. Looks like Akira really believes in it. I didn't realize my storytelling was this good. Yeah, I should consider a career as a hypnotist. Anyway, now's not the time for dilly-dallying. We have to stop her. I like how he's still acting flippant about this. Wah! It's really a Triton! Such a small boat can never reach a desert island like this. But I can see it clear as day. Does that mean it's really powerful? Triton, wait for me. Wah! I said stop! Snap out of it, Akira! Ah, there you are. I thought it was you. Howdy. He must not answer. Must not answer. Ugh. The fishing boat slows down. The man on board shouts at us. I have a bad feeling about this. Well, if it isn't my customer from yesterday. I bet that shipjack tuna was really tasty. Oh, it's the bartender. I also go fishing from time to time, just for fun. That's why I'm here. Incredible. The Triton's voice is so clear. Why does the Triton know so much about us? This is freaking me out. Huh? What? There's something fishy about this. You don't say! Please enlighten me. By the way, have you heard? They say that a meteorite lit up the sky last night. I really wish I'd seen it. Did you see it? Oh yeah, we saw it. Up close and personal. It was quite a sight, I tell you. I think a poor sea cucumber ended up biting the dust in the process, though. Somehow. No. Meteorite. Darn. Looks like the gig's up. What? Ikeda! Don't tell me that. This has all been a pack of lies? What? There's something very strange about this. Wasn't this a desert island? What are you talking about? This isn't a desert island. There's a town right over there. Ikeda, you! I knew something was up when you came back carrying that big fish! You tricked us! Ikeda! Well, you deserved it. That's my only argument. You all deserved it. What? What? So, that story about the Triton was also made up? Die! Wait, the thing is, you guys learned amazing things about survival and facing your fears. Isn't that super valuable? Anyway, I'm going to go. Stop! You garbage scumbag detective! I'll never forgive you! Your forgiveness isn't even a factor, milady. I won't forgive you either! Never! How dare you play with my heart! You piece of scum! I'm going to slaughter you, Ikeda! Stay right there! Anyone who would stay after being told that is a real idiot! Sayonara! Bye! Wait, what? It's over? But I've only gone into this for like 22 minutes! Are you fucking kidding me? Was I actually that close to the end? Son of a bitch! I should have just kept going last time. Fuck! Please tell me there's a special epilogue for this thing, so I can at least get a little bit more out of this. Oh, fuck me! Oh, wow. Wow. No, not this. Wait. Let me look at the CGs. There was like two... Shit, why didn't I think to check this last time? That would have clued me in right there. Well, I guess we're done. 24 something minutes in order to for a finale is probably the shortest and quickest finale I've ever made for a series ever. Even if it wasn't exactly intentional on my part by any stretch. Oh man, fucking hell, I should have just kept going last time. Oh. Why don't I just lower the volume on that so I don't have to keep talking over the BGM. So, my thoughts on Return to Shironagasu Island. Even though I had a blast with this game from start to finish, with both the main scenario and the extra scenario, I don't really think I have a whole lot to actually say about it. It was mainly because it was just a relatively quick affair. In the case of the main story, it was a very engaging murder mystery story that had a layer of conspiracy involved with it regarding the island of Shironagasu Island itself, all the human trafficking that took place, Giselle's role in the whole as the killer on the island that was trying to get back at the people who ran it, at the people who wronged her, ended up killing Aurora. And the research relating to an immortality formula. The story kind of went really wacky towards the end, but not in a way that I found like it was to the whole thing's detriment. Somehow, despite how absolutely insane the plot got towards the end, I ended up enjoying it. I ended up enjoying it. It's kind of the same deal with the extra scenario, where it was an even shorter affair than the main scenario, and it was meant to be a much more lighthearted story, where after the events of the main story, everybody tries to take a vacation, but everything ends up going horribly wrong, and hilarity ensues from start to finish. And it was indeed hilarious for me personally. I had a lot of fun with all the absurd shit that it kept throwing my way. Even the stuff that, let's just say ends up being memorable to me for all the wrong reasons. But it was all memorable all the same. So, besides not actually having a whole lot of any meaningful commentary to give on the story itself, at least at this point, I've never really been terribly great at just going over stuff like this on the spot in general. Give me enough time to get my thoughts in order and all that, and maybe then I could think of, maybe then I could have a lot more to say, but right now, right now at least, I don't really feel like I do. So I'll just continue talking about the stuff that really stands out, that really stood out to me, that I liked about this whole thing. I think that Return to Shironagasu Island's strongest point is the partnership between Ikeda and Neneko, especially in the main story. They have some great chemistry together, and I enjoyed a lot of their banter from start to finish. A lot of it made me laugh, a lot of it was heartwarming, and a lot of it just made me pity poor Neneko to hell and back. But it was engaging, and it made me invested in their relationship and everything that they were going throughout the story, despite me not actually spending a whole lot of time getting to know them beforehand. They're definitely characters I would not mind at all seeing in a sequel game or another installment or anything like that. That's assuming, of course, that the guy who made Return to Shironagasu Island ever decides to make another visual novel, which I would totally be for if he does. I would definitely check out anything new that he'd get involved in. Because for a first attempt in Return to Shironagasu Island, I will say overall I was actually pretty impressed with it. And oh yeah, I almost forgot. One of the things I definitely liked the more interactive elements that the adventure segments of the main story would engage in whenever it wanted to, like trying to find an antidote for Akira. That was a pretty intense and fun little excursion. Disarming the bomb that Giselle left behind for us to disarm. Just anything that involved some kind of timer or time limit. Just raised the stakes and definitely required you to required me to put in my thinking muscles a bit to work here in order to progress through. Although, by that same token, I will admit that in practice, I do wish that the bomb disposal segment could have required some actual thinking on my part in order to solve, because pretty much every single solution that pretty much every single little portion of the actual bomb that I had to dismantle, the answer was pretty much spelled out for me every single step of the way, if I actually paid attention. Like the only times I really had to put in any extra effort in order to figure out what to do was when I had to go find some soap to put in the bomb in order to get that viscous liquid. But past that, everything was just explained to me. And the only real threat here was just a timer itself and me taking my dear sweet time reading the dialogue. I wish there was more that could have been done to actually get me to that actually could have required me to put in some more effort to actually solve and dismantle the bomb. That could have definitely used some that segment could have definitely used some improvements. In hindsight. I also liked that. I also liked certain segments like the elevators also displaying different background layers of background assets in order to create little simple animations like going up and down in elevators. So, in a lot of ways, this visual novel feels like it has a bit more production quality put into it than what I typically expect to find in a lot of other visual novels when it comes to more interactive elements during actual gameplay, which is something I definitely appreciate. It's one of the reasons why I like series like the Ace Attorney series or Danganronpa or even the Zero Escape series, where they're visual novels at their core, but they're also adventure games that also throw in a bunch of other extra stuff your way here from a gameplay standpoint in order to keep you engaged with its core gameplay loop by shaking things up here throughout them. Especially in the case of Danganronpa, if you're someone who likes the courtroom drama stuff like I do, and detective stuff like I do. The minigames are definitely a pretty fun and interesting way here to get through courtroom testaments, but, well, I should probably get back on track here, because I don't want to end up derailing this whole thing into me talking about things I like in these other visual novel series. But yeah, bottom line, I like it when I can get some actual engaging gameplay segments with some of the visual novels I play here. Segments that are actually fun. And for the few instances where Return to Shironagasu Island has them, I'd say it actually did its job pretty well. Other than all that stuff, I'd say I also pretty much like the general art style of the game, especially in the extra scenario where there was some clear improvement made between the time the main story was created and, well, the extra scenario. It definitely has a unique look to it, I feel, overall. There's not too much I feel like if I really sit down to think about it, think about different aspects of the art style I like here, we could be here a little while. So I'll try not to dwell on that too much, at least here in the video itself. But yeah, I don't know if the guy who wrote this visual novel, I think it might be the same person actually who wrote the visual novel here. He actually makes his own artwork too, with his own artwork too. I'm pretty sure he does. It's the same guy. But yeah, for the most part, I generally like his style. It's definitely one of the more unique looking visual novels I've come across in a while. Although with all that being said, this and this makes me on reflex want to get several ice cream cakes and shove it down some people's throats, because I can see their ribs. And probably their intestines, too, if I look real close enough. And I gotta say, body types like this just make me really worried for the health of the person in question. And all that being said, I did actually, before I ended up recording this video, I decided to look up the creator's Steam page, and he does post some artwork of the characters of Shironagasu Island on there. I think emaciated girls might truly be this guy's kink. Okay, so what else is there for me to say? The music, I feel is also pretty memorable in a lot of instances, and in other cases, it's kind of serviceable. A couple tracks stand out to me in memory, probably because of this, some of the scenes that they play in themselves being memorable too, and they accompany them really well. But I'm not going to go so far as to say that the soundtrack is forgettable, just serviceable in most cases. It's good when I'm listening to it. It does its job. But I feel like the amount of tunes from the soundtrack that I could count that are actually that I can actually remember the melodies of and everything can be counted on one hand. Not too much for me to say on that either. It's good, not the best I've ever heard, but it's good. I think that is in the gist of my impressions and thoughts and all that on Return to Shironagasu Island. Like, give me some time here to actually get my thoughts organized and all that here. Maybe put them on paper or what have you. I could go into much more detail about it. But again, that's not the purpose of my talking of my little talk here. All in all, I enjoyed my time with Return to Shironagasu Island, and I do sincerely hope that the creator of this game ends up making another one someday. And if he does, I will definitely check it out. Whether it be a sequel of sorts to Return to Shironagasu Island, or just a whole new thing and altogether, whatever it ends up being. I think at the very least, I'd say I say this guy's made a pretty good first impression for me as far as being able to tell a story that's actually engaging from start to finish, even if it's admittedly pretty derivative of a lot of other types of stories I've already been told. But that's not necessarily a criticism towards Return to Shironagasu Island itself, its story being derivative in a lot of ways. I think that's everything. So, now that I've got all those little cliff notes out of the way, I guess now's the time for me to go ahead and bring this Let's Play of Return to Shironagasu Island to a close. I hope those of you that have tuned in to this Let's Play on Return to Shironagasu Island from start to finish have enjoyed it. If you did and you'd like to see more content from me, as always, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And next time, I'm going to be starting a brand new Let's Play series with Lamination International. From what I've been told from some of my other viewers and subscribers, this game is going to be special in a lot of ways. I can already tell. And that's all that's all I think I can really say on it for now, because there's really not much more I really know about it, or remember for that matter. So when I get that first episode of that new series recorded, for the most part, I'm going to be going into it just as blind as most of you probably will be, if you decide to come back for that. If not, then, well, I'll see you again when I see you, whenever or wherever that may be. Either way, I hope you have a good day. And take care.
Check it out. Oh, good morning, Rupert. Please tell me you set the timer on the coffee maker, because I completely forgot. Hey, Carl. Hey, can I get a couple of scratch-off lottery tickets?
Oh, sure, Brian.
Oh, Brian, can I do one? I love scratches. Well, all right, maybe just one. Cherry? Another cherry? Oh, come on, one more.